Ladies and gentlemen, I am Nicole Alvarez. Please welcome the Dirty Heads. You guys are friends and family at this point.
We go way back.
So we were just talking off the mic. You had a show in Santa Barbara last night, number one. It would be remiss of me not to ask, how did the show go?
It's not going to be as good as today.
It's not. You know what? I did the math. This is Weenie Roast number 3 for you guys.
Yes.
Do you remember Weenie Roast number 1?
I do, because it was the first time we performed at Irvine Meadows.
Ever?
And that show was the first time we performed there, and that's, you know, where I grew up seeing all my favorite shows. So for me, that was like a big day. It was like, wow, I'm on this stage finally.
Do you remember who was on that bill that year?
Deftones.
Deftones?
I remember that.
Was that a band that you'd always wanted to see?
Yes, I'm a gigantic Deftones fan.
Do you remember who else was on the bill?
Paramore?
I do remember that was right after Mike D passed away.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wore a Beastie Boys sweater.
What year was that, I wonder? I can't remember that far back,
It was like
but
the day after or something.
I know either Coldplay or Incubus was a headliner.
one of those magical unicorns.
It was Coldplay.
And if it was both of them, that's like
No,
dream
it was
show for
Coldplay.
me.
I remember.
Isn't it cool to think that you played a show with us that long ago and you're still playing a show with us now?
Yes. Do you want to know why? I remember one of them was Coldplay, because you posted that picture of our trailer kind of hotboxed this area,
God.
and Chris Martin kind of got all bummed because all the weed smoke from our trailer was coming out and getting all the Coldplay guys high.
Let me set this up.
That was a goal. That's like the crowning achievement of our career.
I still have that picture. I post it like every Throwback Thursday that I can. So we're sitting there, and he sits down, and he's fascinated with the earring on my chin. And then all of a sudden, he was like, what is that smell? And they got this like look of discomfort on their face, and your trailer door kept opening, and this waft of like weed smoke kept coming out. It was one of my favorite moments ever.
And we have the picture from inside our trailer of Chris Martin, like, not like looking back to it. So
you
good.
have to blow that up and frame
so
it.
Good.
I want to ask you a series of silly questions, just some band questions. Like, if you had the choice to tour on a bus or a jet, what would you pick?
A jet.
Jet.
A jet. But isn't tour bus life super fun?
Yeah, I mean, it's much better than van life.
Okay.
And we did that for a long time.
But I feel like you could get home. You could like go home, or you could have a home base and go to different places with a jet, from what I've heard.
You know, I'd choose a jet
ballers.
too. So if you're touring on a bus, no tour bus is complete without what?
Wait, do we get our own tour buses, each guy?
No, it's one tour bus.
Okay.
Because that would be complete for me. Just everyone gone.
No, dude, it's one tour bus full of brotherly love and brotherly
farts.
smells. Yeah, this is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So if you're touring on a bus, no tour bus is complete without what?
Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Okay, what is something that you have to do before you go on stage?
We have a little tradition. Dave, our bassist, he pours shots for everyone, and then Sean, our keyboard player, says like a little lore to start the show, and it's always about that day, and usually throwing in something that happened the day before, mixing it all in, and we do a toast and we go on.
Shots of what?
It changes. With whiskey or tequila.
Have you done that shot yet?
Today? No.
Do you want to be part of it?
Yes,
you can.
I do. I so badly do.
Come to our dressing room.
Okay, at 7 o'clock. So what's one thing that you do, or the first thing you do when you get off stage?
Take a shot.
Take a shot. I want to be part of that as well, by the way. I was reading this interview that you guys said something like, we out here Galapagosing this bitch, and it was something about Charles Darwin and the Galapagos Island and evolving, which you have, because when I read that, I was like, this is deep. But when people heard Celebrate for the first time, they were a little taken aback, because it's not the usual Dirty Heads song. You went deep on that one, and it's not a heavy song, but it's definitely emotional. So tell me about Celebrate, because it is quite beautiful.
Well, we were working with these producers called The Heavy, and we heard that they're like, this is what we're working on right now. And Unlikely Candidates, Kyle, he's here today, they had that hook, and that hook like hit us like so hard, and we were like, dude, can we work on you guys with this? So it came about because that hook was already done, and it being a touring musician, like, it really got ideas going, and it really got us in the feels, like, oh my God, I can relate to this. I haven't heard something like this that I can relate to. So we asked them if we could work on it, and that's how it came about. And yeah, it was a little bit slower and more on the ballad side of our music, but the greatest thing about what we've done from our first album to now, and what our fans allow us to do is we could come out with a full hip-hop album, and then the next time around we could come out with a reggae album, and the next time we come out with an acoustic album, and our fans still are cool with it and they get it, and then we could do an album with all three of those things, you know. So we are always kind of evolving, putting out different styles of music, because it just, you know, we don't want our fans to get bored. And they may not like it at first, but they'll get it.
But it grows on them. But you're not just a band; you're a lifestyle. So when you guys played Big Bear for us, it was probably my favorite Big Bear trip that we did with the band. You guys came on, and I don't know if you could see from the stage, but there was a bunch of people snowboarding that stopped, and mid-mountain they were sitting with their snowboards up, just watching you guys, and then they like lit up a J. And I looked around, it was like the perfect California day. Everybody stopped what they were doing, watching you from the mountain. I was like, this feels like California. This feels like home. So you guys have carved your own niche, and I really do think that they're gonna, this family that you've created with your fans, they're gonna go with you the whole way.
I appreciate it. You get it.
Yeah,
you get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, and I love watching you guys grow and growing with you guys.
Thank you.
My last question, it's a KROQ question. What is give me a fun or first memory that you have of KROQ?
Like our memory? I think
Yeah.
I think just the first time you guys played Lay Me Down. I mean, that was the first time we had, you know, felt that. Like, oh my God, we have this song on the radio that like people I don't know are loving this.
Of our local station,
they're
too.
coming
Yeah.
to our shows now and they're singing the lyrics along with us from the song that on the radio. Like, that was a huge deal for us.
Did that change your life when that song played on KROQ?
I think it really did, yeah.
And you're still here, and you're still going. Look at that. So 7 o'clock, I'm meeting you in the dressing room, and we're taking shots of, what did we say?
Probably tequila today.
tonight.
Tequila it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dirty Heads, thank you so much for playing Weenie Roast. We really appreciate it. I am Nicole Alvarez for the world famous KROQ.